In this video, we're going to talk about how competitors are getting fake reviews and what to do about it. This is a serious issue, super annoying, happens to the best of us, and what is the posture that we should be taking here? I'd like to thank my friend Glenn, because this video is for him. He left a comment on the channel the other day which says this. Unfortunately, we have to compete with the majority of products on the first page packed with fake reviews. I wonder if Amazon will ever be able to solve this problem if customers are supposed to be number one. Great question, Glenn, or I guess more of a comment, but great comment. And I'm here to help out. If you guys would like your question answered, I just started doing this last week, YouTube that is, so I see literally everything, every comment. So just if you need help with something, there's probably a bunch of other people who have that same question. So let me know, and I'll do my best to answer it for you. If it's something I think I can add value to in terms of the conversation. I'm an Amazon specialist, Amazon advertising specialist. That's all I've done, for almost 8 years now. So if I can help with that, I'll help with that. But if you ask me another question, I may not answer, just if it's not something I feel I can add value to. Okay, so let's get into this. Also, quick shout out to my friends Grant and Todd, who also saw the videos and told me that the audio was not really as good as it should be. So I scrounged up this microphone, and hopefully this is a little bit better. As we start having more of these conversations online, I really enjoy them, so maybe we can slowly upgrade some equipment over time. Who knows? Let's get into it. Again, my name's Patrick. I work at Asteroid X. We spend about $12 million a year on Amazon advertising. And that's where the experience comes from, as well as data from hundreds of different brands in all industries, SMBs to the enterprise. I've seen it all over the last 7-8 years, including fake reviews. I actually have some really, unfortunately, really intimate personal experience with reviews on Amazon. So I'll tell you about that first, and then I'll give you my thoughts on this comment, Glenn, because it's a great comment. The year is 2014, okay, and I'm a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed entrepreneur, and I start this company called Honest Few. I was selling on Amazon too at the time, and I had Honest Few, so I was running both. Not a good idea, by the way, but anyways, just goes to show you what an inexperienced entrepreneur I was in 2014. But in 2014, what Honest Few did, which was permitted by Amazon TOS, by the way, I should say, we weren't doing anything weird, is it would give shoppers discounts in exchange for honest, unbiased Amazon reviews. You may recall that prior to 2016, Amazon had this rule in their terms of service where you could totally freely give a product to a shopper and say, hey Debbie, here's 95% off single-use coupon code for this yoga mat. All I ask of you is that you leave me an honest review on the other side. Debbie would say, yeah, for sure, I'll do that. And Debbie would buy the product for 95% off with a private coupon code. She would get the product to her house, test it, use it, try it out, and then however many days later, leave a review, right? You may have to follow up, but Debbie kind of knew what the deal was going into it, so Debbie would be more likely to review. And the review rates were, upwards of 70-80%, right? With Honest Few, at least. It was $1 million business for me. It was my first $1 million business where we cracked, an annual run rate of over 7 figures, and I was like, this is amazing. Wow, right? But the issue comes in with something that I kind of was just thinking about this now, right? Stakeholder alignment is what I would call it, right? Because when you have a business, and this applies to your Amazon business and any business you'll do until the end of time, it's just something I've noticed, is that all the stakeholders surrounding your business need to be aligned. They all need to be benefiting from what your business is doing. And if something is sort of out of alignment, it's kind of like having a crooked spine or something tweaked in your physical body where you're not walking quite right, and then if your hip is a little bit out of alignment, then your knee hurts and you're walking and you trip and this and that, right? It's just not good. The refrain that I'll come back to for the rest of this video is the right thing is always the right thing. There's no cases where you do something weird and sneaky and then and then the market rewards you forever. That's just not how it works, right? So back to this idea of stakeholder alignment and my business Honest Few at the time. Honest Few was benefiting. Who was it benefiting, right? Obviously me, right? As a shareholder and the founder, we were making money and it was great. Our employees worked at a place where they had a job and we started hiring more people, and it was awesome, for them, and they were part of this startup. The Amazon sellers, who were our customers, were benefiting because they got reviews on their listings. The shoppers who were leaving the reviews were also benefiting because they had deep discounts of products that they were interested in. Very cool, right? But who's the one person where there was stakeholder misalignment? And why was this business model not sustainable over the long term? Debatably, and I believe this is why Amazon changed the policy in October of 2016, is that the stakeholder that was losing out were the Amazon shoppers themselves, sort of in aggregate. They would not necessarily, if 100 reviews were left, right? Would you rather have those 100 reviews be from people who bought the product at full price and had no expectation of a discount or anything, or would you rather have it be 100 people who bought them at 95% off, right? And we always did our best to make sure that people left honest reviews. But you can imagine how getting a discount on a product, in some cases, could taint or color that person's impression of that shopping experience. It's only natural, right? Which I think is why Amazon ended up changing the policy, and fair enough, right? So that part of the business model was misaligned. That we were not serving one part of this sort of stakeholder equation, this larger ecosystem. And so therefore, that business model could not continue on forever. Eventually people get fed up, and eventually something's harmful or damaging from one of these companies, and etc. So that's what I would say to you for competitors who are relying on fake reviews to build their business. Is it annoying? Absolutely. Do we wish it would stop? 100%. Is Amazon launching lawsuits all the time, as recently as this summer, to cleanse the platform of these reviews? That's also true, right? So, first of all, don't do it. Don't ever do that stuff, because the right thing is always the right thing, and because of stakeholder misalignment, and you will get caught. You will get caught up eventually, right? So don't be tempted to go to the dark side or whatever, right? You want to play hard and you want to play to win. So by running ads, you can increase your sales and therefore the aggregate number of reviews. By including product inserts, you can build relationships with customers and increase review rates. By using the request review button on the orders page, you can increase your reviews. By providing excellent, proactive customer service through the buyer-seller messaging platform, you can increase reviews. These are all clean, 100% by the book, fair play ways to increase reviews. And the other thing is I want you to think about it over the longer term, right? This is the tortoise and the hare. Say even these guys with the fake reviews, Glenn, say that they rocket to the top of search results and they own the first page for even the next 2 years, right? I'm recording this August 22. Say they're still at the top of the charts from August 2023 and 24. Say that's the case. That's a really bad scenario, but say that's the case. Amazon doesn't catch them. They're using some, clean top of the line black hat stuff, and they never get caught, right? Despite everyone knowing that they're doing it, and maybe they get reported or whatever, maybe they don't get flagged. They will get caught eventually. It's a cat and mouse game. Amazon, it's fully in their interest, and again, the stakeholder alignment thing, to get the reviews clean on the platform. And so say in 2 years, they get suspended for this activity, sued, or the reviews at least get removed, right? So they spent 2 years on a rocket ship and then have to crash and readjust, right? Whereas you could spend 2 years doing these clean, proper, fair play tactics that I just mentioned. And then who's going to do better over a 5-year period? Those guys rocketed up, crashed down, and then they either quit, got sued, whatever, and fizzled out, or they tried to recover, rebound after 2 years. Or you, because you started doing it right, you did it right after 2 years, and then after 5 years, you were doing it right the whole time. By doing it right the whole time, you had SOPs built around stakeholder alignment, a sales process built around stakeholder alignment, delivery and fulfillment based around stakeholder alignment. All this stuff, you did it properly from the start. It took longer to build, yes, but the foundation was strong. Sometimes the faster things happen, the more fragile they are, right? there's no, there's a smart way to work, but there's no shortcuts. And I learned that the hard way in 2016. All right. So that would be my answer to this. The right thing is always the right thing. I'll see you guys in the next one. And I would just add that if you're the type of person who believes that the right thing is always the right thing, that's the kind of seller we want to work with. So I've included a link in the description of this video. Book a call with our team, and we'll help you out, and we'll scale this thing together the right way. So thank you, and see you in the next one.